because there's so many parallels between Meghan and Diana, how much of it do you feel is sincere, and how much of it do you think that perhaps is intentional? The conversations with Oprah when they made a lot of those comparisons, is it all sincere, or does she try to be like Princess Diana?
Well, Kinsey, thank you very much for those very kind comments. I mean, I tried to be fair to Meghan and to Harry, and also to the men in grey and to the backroom staff. So that's what you're supposed to do as a biographer. You're supposed to try and be even-handed. And I had to accept that what they said was their true story, not the true story. And there were many contradictions in that. Meghan was, when she was a teenager, was captivated by Diana. She had my book, Diana, Her True Story, on her shelves. They watched the funeral. She and her friends were saddened and very moved by it. And I think they did some charity collections afterwards and took toys and things to the charity store. And one of her friends said that, she always wanted to be Diana 2.0. Whereas I've always argued that she wanted to be Meghan 1.0. That is to say, she wanted to be herself, not a reflection of somebody else. And there are significant differences between Diana and Meghan, especially growing up. One of the things I noticed was that Diana was achingly shy when she was a kid. And she always said to me, I was the twit that stood at the back of the performance on stage at school, whereas Meghan was the one who took the microphone and would actually hand out prizes for the best teacher. She was the one who led a march against the first Gulf War back in 1990, when she wasn't even a teenager. So she was a very different kind of girl, far more confident. And you saw, and I think that if Diana had been around today, she would have been quite, admiring, but also a little bit jealous of her skill at the microphone, because Diana always wanted to give speeches and to be celebrated for what she had to say rather than how she looked. And it's interesting that she focused on those people on the way out, the sick, the dying, the homeless, really focused on individuals. And Meghan, by contrast, she focuses on communities, the Grenfell women who cook and bring a sense of community, the women who have lost jobs and trying to get clothes and confidence for the charity SmartWorks that she works for, that she's patron of. Meghan is someone who said, I don't want to be loved, I want to be heard. So she's a different kind of campaigner than Diana. But at the same time, what struck me as I was writing the book and as I was researching the book was this astonishing similarity in the media narrative, that within a matter of months, Diana was being called a fiend and a monster, the mouse that roared, responsible for the firings of private secretaries, bodyguards, and others. And she once came up to a group of us standing outside a royal engagement. She said, "Look, I don't sack people. That's not what I do." And I later realised at the time that she was literally just trying to, keep her head above water, because she had bulimia and nervosis. She had all kinds of depressions and jealousies and so on. And I found it astonishingly, remarkably similar to the narrative that Meghan went through, that she went from Duchess Dazzling to Duchess Difficult. The woman who, and I found this a quite extraordinary story, that the Queen has said, about that she gets the tiara that I've chosen for her. Yeah. And so, that narrative began where she changed from this girl who walked down the aisle at St. George's Chapel at Windsor on that wonderful day in May, and it was a glorious moment. And how quickly things change from being that kind of person and that kind of moment to being someone who is being accused of snubbing the Queen, as it were.